And that's also if you can even trust Nexon's stated drop rates. Hint.
Here we go. Here we go. He knows about it.
You can't, or you shouldn't put full confidence in it, because I'd like to remind you, if you were unaware as well, a mere 6 months ago, Nexon was fined $9 million by the Korean FTC. Why? Well, because after an investigation, it was revealed that Nexon was essentially scamming customers for over a decade. So it's been known for a while.
By the way, I don't think that I think the FTC should have given Nexon $9 million. Because if you're still playing MapleStory in this year, I think you deserve it. You deserve it. That's what you get.
By people who play their games, that Nexon has some of like the worst monetization, some of the most anti-consumer monetization practices in the industry. Nexon games have been known for.
Nexon even has patents for bad monetization. Like they are innovators in the space.
For that, it's not unheard of prior to this whole $9 million fine debacle. But this story was on a whole nother level. So the TLDR of the situation is this. Nexon sold in MapleStory what are essentially loot boxes that reward players this powerful stat boost. So you would purchase and open these items called cubes, and when you opened it, you would get a random chance and rewarded.
I had a girl that she spent over $10,000 on this game, and it was just on the fucking cosmetics mainly. Crazy.
Multiple boost in power for your character. Well, there was a particular combination of outcomes that most players wanted from these cubes. Basically, it was a really strong boost that pretty much benefited everybody. It's a lot of the reason. It is what fueled a lot of these cube purchases. People wanted this one particular outcome for a powerful stat boost for their character. It turns out in their investigation, the Korean FTC learned that for a time over the course of a decade, that reward that people were essentially gambling on to get, that was never possible. The thing that many people wanted, that most powerful outcome of these cubes, could never be obtained. You could buy 1 billion cubes, and within this window of time, the probability of getting it was.
That sounds like a bug, to be fair. I think it's probably
actually zero.
Purpose,
that is crazy,
no
and
way.
that is exactly why they got fined $9 million, or the equivalent of $9 million, because this was in Korea. Also, if you're curious, none of that money went back to the customers, by the way. Wow, what a surprise.
For 10 years? No, I mean, was it happening for 10 years straight, or did it just happen within a period of 10 years? I mean, that sounds crazy. It's not a bug? I don't know. I mean, hey, listen. Even if this didn't happen, I still wouldn't completely trust them. I'm just saying, like, it just sounds so outrageous they would even do that.
And you know, hey, it's a free-to-play game.
Crazy.
They got to make money somehow. Of course, I am not saying that. I'm not saying they shouldn't be charging money for anything in this game, right? I don't expect games to just be free. In fact, my dream world is that free-to-play model vanishes, and we go back to box prices, and we get rid of all of this other garbage that's been pulled from the game, stripped from the games. These games being made worse for them to sell us the solution. That would be my dream. That dream ain't ever happening, because I'm not delusional. I understand we're not going back to that. I also understand lowering the barrier to entry and free to play. It is a boon for a lot of people, and it brings a lot more players to the game, and it maybe has more. Certainly has more people playing the game than would otherwise. Whatever the reason, right? A free to play game means more access for more people for the game, and that is a good thing. But I will say, there are ways of doing free-to-play monetization and not having it feel like you're making the base game demonstrably worse to try to shove me into the cash shop. And as I said, it's really like, to me, it seems like they took the base structure, they took the idea of how Warframe monetizes their game, and they just said, how can we make this even worse and make more money off these people?